Hello and welcome to this video series where two randomly selected games from my game collection get pitted against each other to face off to see which of them I rather play. And with my game collection being somewhat massive, with my current calculations being that there's still 775 games yet to be chosen, we will truly not have a clue of what will be chosen until it is done. We can end up with games that are two completely different genres, or two games that are within the same series. So let's get to see what two games are dueling it out today. And now for the second spin. And there we have it, our two games that are going up against each other today. GTA 4 episodes from Liberty City and GTA Chinatown Wars. So let's start this off here with our first game, which if you really want to be technical isn't really even a game, but instead just a physical release of the two GTA 4 DLCs. Those being The Lost and Damned and The Ballad of Gay Tony. Them quite literally being episodes in Liberty City that happen at the same time as GTA 4's main story. The first of which being the one where you play as Johnny in the Lost Biker Gang, and you go through his entire story of trying to fix the gang. And then on the other side you play as Luis, as he's the bodyguard for a big name in Liberty City, and his adventures trying to get Gay Tony himself out of debt and all the trouble he's in. And I do like how it's like two sides of Liberty City that you didn't get to really see in GTA 4, with The Lost and Damned being the truly deep and dirty and gritty side of Liberty City, while The Ballad of Gay Tony is the complete opposite, with you needing to work with millionaires and going up on skyscrapers literally and metaphorically, and it's just being over the top action and fun. But at the end of the day, these are just at its core GTA 4 extensions, with a few new weapons and cars thrown in. So then for me, that just kind of brings up the question of, would I rather play GTA 4 first, or this just alone by itself? And well, if I'm being honest, I do actually think I could just pop this in, not having played GTA 4 first. But if I'm being honest, that's more so because of Ballad of Gay Tony and not so much for Lost and Damned. But in the end, I will say that these are two great DLCs overall. So with that all said, we now move on to my second game here, that being GTA Chinatown Wars. And something I'll just get out of the way quickly is that although it picked the DS version, I am going to just use PSP footage of the game, since I have no way of recording off of my DS currently. But they're very similar anyway, and I will still talk about it as if it's the DS version. But anyway, with that all out of the way, I want to start off by saying that this is probably one of, if not the most underrated GTA game, and easily the only overhead one that's actually worth going out of your way to play. First off, because it is just simply a solid GTA title. In this game, you're playing as Huang Li, or Huang Li, however you say it. But regardless, you are playing as him as you find yourself in, once again, Liberty City, and you're trying to deliver a family heirloom, a sword, to your father's brother after he was killed. But before you could do so, you're ambushed and left for dead. So now it is up to you to work with the triads as well as the other gangs of Liberty City in order to try and find out who the person is that had the sword stolen. And well, by doing so, you're doing the general GTA fare, doing missions where you shoot at people or steal cars or get the cops onto you. But when it comes to the standout parts of this game, there are three things that come to mind specifically. The first of which being how the stars system works. It being quite arcadey, as the more stars you have, you could actually knock out police cars to reduce your wanted level, which is just a really cool and unique way that we never saw before or after this. The second thing is the drug dealing that you could do in this game. which is probably more in depth than it has any right to be. As you go around the city meeting with different gangs who offer like different drugs at different prices. And some gangs prefer certain drugs, so then they buy them more at better prices. And then there's the third thing of just simply Rockstar taking full advantage of the fact that this game was made for a DS, with there being near constant like little mini games that you do with the stylus. Like whenever you break into a car, you need to actually like unscrew the pieces and then twist the wires. Or you needing to put together a sniper rifle properly, scratching off scratchers, sabotaging someone's engine, drawing tattoos, and like many more. Just a very good use of the touchscreen all around. Just hate the fact that it didn't translate all that well into the PSP version. But anyway, that covers this very solid game overall. Now we find ourselves back to the question at hand. Which of these two games would I rather play? And well, if I'm being quite honest, this is a bit of a tough one for me. I mean, I would say that overall, the episodes, despite not being even like a real game, just 2 DLCs, is probably overall the better game. But I just have like a bit of an attachment to Chinatown Wars since it's a game I played as a kid. Well, actually, scratch that. I played these games roughly around the same time as each other. I guess I just played Chinatown Wars more than the other one. Since again, these being DLCs, I was more likely to play the base game of GTA 4 over them. But enough deliberation. If I had to choose one of these two games to play, I guess I'd choose episodes from Liberty City. I mean, again, Chinatown Wars is a great game, but I mean, the Ballad of Gay Tony alone is just better, I guess. And I suppose The Lost and Damned is a bonus. So congratulations to episodes from Liberty City. You managed victory by double teaming Chinatown Wars without not even needing a second screen. And that concludes the video. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope to see you next time to see which two new games will be facing off against each other. Bye for now.